What's up, guys? Today we are going to work on that little header that we have with just the profile image, the name, bio, social links, and the call to action. We're just going to work on adding the HTML in for that and writing the Sass to style it. And I think that's probably going to wrap this one for today. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. Alright, so I have our design open here. It's just these two pages. And then I also have the project open in Atom. And I've already started this server using Gatsby Develop. And I have that running right here on the web. So what we are going to do for now is we are just going to work on this header piece. And we are going to work on the mobile view as well. So the desktop and the mobile view. And I do think we will need to use CSS Grid for this. So let's go ahead and let's get to it. All right, so over here, let's open up our source, pages, index, and we can see our layout right here using the SEO again. So if we jump in here, well, actually first let's go to our layout. Let's go to components, layout. So our layout, it's going to be using header and footer. So let's go to the footer. No, header first. All right, header. Okay, site title. Site title right here, but we can think we can cut this without causing problems. Let's try and cut this whole piece. No, it's causing problems. Okay. What if we just cut all of this? Nope. Alright, so I'm not sure why it's doing that at the moment. But you know what we can actually do here, let me go back and make sure it's still there. So we can actually utilize this header that we have already set up here for this. So we can just call this the header. I mean, it's a one pager. It is pretty much a header anyways. We were going to use that for the HTML element, so we can just go ahead and do that. And then let's look at the footer that we have here. This is just saying footer. I don't think we currently have anything designed for the footer. No, it's just gonna kind of be like an endless scroll of images. So maybe we can just go ahead and cut that footer for now. So let's go delete footer and then go to layout. Oops, not that one, this one. And then we're not going to import the footer. We'll import the header. We'll import the Sass. And then we are not going to call the footer here. And okay. There we go. It's working. And now footer is gone. All right, let's go to our index. See what we have here. We have hello world and we have image. So let's go ahead and cut these two pieces for now. Save that. Is it not gonna let us save this? Oh, you know what? It's probably because we're calling this in and not using it. Alright, let's take a look now. Alright, there we go. That is gone. And now we are just left with the photographer portfolio. Okay. So, let's close all this out and just go to our header here. And this is where we are going to get started. So, look at the design and we can see what we have here. So we're going to have Basically a wrapper with an image, an H1, an H2, and then some links and a call to action button. Okay, let's go ahead and try and add this in. So we have header. All right, we're gonna have, let's give this a, oh, well, no, we don't need to give it a class. It's just gonna be one page for now. So inside there, we're gonna have an image with the alt. Let's just say profile photo source is equal to, we haven't defined it yet, but let's go assets. Well, let's just do images. Profile dot JPEG. That's fine. H1, H2, H1. H2. Then we're going to have our social wrappers. So I'll just say div with the class of social wrapper. Close the div off. Beneath that div, we're going to have a button, which is a call to action. So we're just going to say anchor for now. That's not going to go anywhere. Let's work together. Okay, let me just copy this and close that out. And then now in here, we're going to have more anchor tags. Okay, so we'll do a, there we go. And then we're going to have Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Let's just add some of this in for now. And I'll say that open this in a new tab. There we go. All right, anchors must have content, and the content must be available by a screen reader. Okay, so we'll say Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. What is this? Warning, the href attribute requires a valid value to be accessible. Provide. Okay, is it not going to load the page though? No, it loaded it. Okay. All right, cool. I actually kind of like that. That's neat that it well, it doesn't really force you here, but it does tell you there's compiling warnings. That's nice. Okay. All right, so we've got that set up right now. Let's go and grab a profile photo. So just go to like Unsplash. And let's say profile. See what we've got. I want one that's nice and centered already. Alright, let's just go for one of these. This is decent. We'll download that, open it up in Photoshop real quick. And we'll export this as a square. There we go. Can we flip this? We'll do it that way for now. Let's export this as a do JPEG, and we'll do high quality, and let's turn this down to like, see what size is it in the design. It's only at like 150, so I'll just do 300. All right, save, and let's go to our photographer portfolio, source images, and we'll just drop this right here and say profile, just like that. Alrighty, let's jump over to the web here and see if this loads in. No, it does not load in. Images, profile. It did show up there, right? Yep. Profile.jpg. Profile.jpg. Alright, what am I doing wrong here? Image, images. No. Why can I not see this properly? Do I have to go back? Is that what it is? No. Images. Profile.jpg. That's really odd. What if we just do... let's see, we're here. This is where it's going to be loaded into. Source, images, profile. Let me load up the image here and see what the path is they're using. If we can. Gatsby image. Placeholder, relative path. Is that all they're doing? Just profile image? Let's see, this component is built using Gatsby image to automatically serve optimized images with lazy loading and reduced file sizes. The image is loaded using a static query, which allows us to load the image from directly within this component rather than having to pass the image data down from the pages. For more information, see the documents here. Okay, well, I wonder if we can just, at least for now, profile dot JPEG, change this. We're gonna import image from, well, actually, are we already importing it over here? Do we need to import it again? No, we're not importing it here. Okay. Let's say import image from image.js. Alright, so let's go ahead and just see if we can use this here. In the header, can we just change this to an image like this? Let's see if that worked. No, it's failing to compile. Okay, header, import. What was the, is it just, no, it shouldn't be that. We just need to import what we have right now. Okay. Say import image from image. Oh. There we go. Okay, so now it's there at least. We got that pulling in. I don't know why. I can't find this though. Okay. Alright, well, hopefully we'll figure this out at a later point in time. But right now, this is what I have got here. Okay, so this fluid max width 300. We'll save that all for the styling. Let's go ahead and close this out. Close out the layout for now. And let's just go ahead and start adding some styles at the moment. I'm gonna get rid of the, I'll keep the Gatsby icon for a minute. Components, layouts.sass. So here was our normalize. So after our normalize, we'll go ahead and start writing these site styles. Decrease the height of this just a little bit. And let's go ahead and grab our header. And let's start writing some sass. So I'm going to give this a max width of 375 pixels. So we'll do 375 pixels for a max width. Don't know why I wrote that backwards, but I did. And then we'll say margin auto. So now this should be sitting just like that. Perfect. Okay. What else can we do? We know it's going to sit about 209 pixels from the top, so we'll just make that a nice 200. Go back here and let's change the margin to be 200 on the top, auto on the right, bottom, and left. So now you can see that's been pushed down. Let's go ahead and grab our image from within here, make the border radius 100%. Now it's round. Let's make sure we get the sizing right, 150. So it's going to be width of 150. And we'll do a height of 150 pixels as well. Why am I getting that as an issue? Let me take a look and see what's finally getting rendered out here. Images, max width. . Okay, so maybe we can go in here and change the image here from this max width to 250. No, sorry, it's 150. No. Okay. How do we get this? We know that this is what we're returning here, exporting it as an image, fluid, data, placeholder, image, child, image, sharp, fluid. Okay, can we set the width here to 150? It seems we cannot. Style, position, absolute, width and height. Okay, so it's just gonna take whatever space its parent is allowing it to. So for the purpose of this, let's just throw this in our wrapper. Div with the class of image, or let's do profile wrapper. Okay, let's go to the SAS and change this to profile wrapper. Okay, there we go. And then on the image inside of here, we'll give it the border radius. All right, let's set the margins auto here. And then I believe we have a border on this. Let's see here. We have a border of this hex at 2 pixels. So let's go here. Let's say border 2 pixels. That color's solid. Okay, so we're getting that. Let's change this box sizing to border box. So now that's fixed, but let's get the RGBA. Okay, so it's this right here. So instead of using the hex, we're just going to use RGBA. Paste that in, and it's going to be at 10% opacity. There we go, that works. And then let's go on and get the rest of this going on. All right, so our font down here is going to be PT Sans. So let's go grab PT Sans. Did we already do that? I can't remember. No, we did not. So let's just go grab that now. Fonts. PT Sans. Here we go. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab these 2 font weights here. Let's customize it. Make sure we have our regular and our bold. And I'll grab the import. So we'll import this at the top of this normalize. And then we can actually go ahead and set our font family here in our normalize. So let's just do font family. Whoops, family. Okay. I'm just going to change all of these here to be the PT Sans. Alright, PT Sans. Let's go back, take a quick look at this, make sure it's been updated. Yep, we are using PT Sans now. Okay, perfect. Let's close this out and scroll on down here. And let's start adding some other styles. So our H1 is going to be 36 pixels and it's going to be bold. And then the color is this color. So we'll grab that. Let's go over here. Our H1. First of all, let's say margin. Actually, let's do text align center. Center, color, font size is going to be 36 pixels. So 2.25 rem. And up here, I'm just going to give the body a font size of 100%. So now that's what this looks like. Perfect. Let's go ahead and let's not clear. Let's clear the margin and padding. All right. And let's check out our little H2 here. It's going to be 24 pixels. Regular font weight. And this is going to be the color. So first off, what's our two font weights? 400 and 700. So this will be font weight 400. And then let's go down and add our H2. So a lot of this is going to be similar, or some of this is going to be similar, I should say, not a lot of it. Color is going to be different. Font size, what did we say that was going to be? The font size 24, so 24 is 1.5 rem, margin none, padding none, and I did screw this up. This is going to be 700 and this is going to be 400. Save that and let it refresh, and now it's looking pretty decent right there. Let's go ahead and I feel like I shouldn't have said none. Let's just say 0 on these. Oops. 0. And okay, there, the spacing is gone. So let's go grab font awesome. Okay, start using. I don't want that. I just want the some icons, social icons. Come on. Let's do Twitter. So here's Twitter. Okay, so we'll need this for Twitter. Let's go to header. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Facebook. Facebook, and then Instagram. All right, and then we do need to pull these in because we're still not pulling anything in here. So I'm trying to find the script. Uh-huh. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not going to keep looking for this. We will undo everything we just did here and just add it in ourselves by grabbing the code here. So we'll export this as a SVG. I'll throw it right here. So this is Twitter. Facebook. And Instagram. All right, let's open all of this up in Atom so we can just grab the code. So we'll do Twitter. There we go. Then we'll do Facebook. Facebook. And then finally Instagram. Okay, there we go. So we have the SVGs in there now. I don't know why that was so difficult to find, but we'll do it all ourselves. All right. So the colors are already going to be correct, so we don't really need to worry about that too much. But we do need to add a little bit more styling to this. So what is this, like 16, so 8 pixels on the left and right. Let's get to the layout sass here. So we have these wrapped in a div as social wrapper. So let's select that div. Let's say margin auto. Grab the anchor tag, set the font size to 0. Let's do or what we can do, hover, opacity, let's just turn the opacity down to like 0.5 on hover. There we go. All right. And we do need margin of 0 on the top and bottom and 8 pixels on the left and right. So this should give us our good spacing here. And then this, I don't know why that's not working yet. Let's just go width 100%. Will this center it for us? No, it won't. Let's see what's going on here. Oh, I don't know actually. All right. Well, why won't this center align? Well, it's going vertical. I don't want that. All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's set this as display flex just to get it going horizontal. Flex direction. Be row. Justify content center. Align items center. And then we'll do flex shrink of 0. Okay, that works. And then we'll also set this to flex grow of 0. This way it doesn't shrink or grow. Perfect. All right. And then now we have to style our button here. So let's just go ahead and get this thing styled real quick. Let's see, it's going to have padding of 6 on the top and bottom and 16 on the left and right. So what is this labeled as? A href. We'll just do class of, well, here, let's put this after the href here. Okay, I'll just say CTA. So then we can go in here and grab our CTA. Say padding, it's going to be top and bottom. It's, what is 6? This. And then 1 RAM on the left and right. Background will be this color. Border radius is 8 pixels. Box sizing, border box. Font is going to be 18 pixels, bold. And the color is going to be white. So color, we already know it's white. Font weight will be 700, and then the font size will be 1.125. 1.125 rem. Let's take a look. Okay. Margin will be auto. And text decoration, none. All right. Header. All right, so let's change this to display block. Block. All right. It kind of works. How about inline block? Let's see if that fixes this. Inline block. Okay. But margin is not correct. Text align center. Alright, well, we can use display grid on the header here. And that should help us with some of this. Display grid. We need to give all of these things a actual grid, like CSS grid layout. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go to the image profile wrapper and say grid template area. Oh, no, sorry, it's just grid area. My bad. Grid area. And we'll call this profile. The next thing that we'll do here is give this one name, and the H2 can be our bio, and then the next thing that we have here can be our social, and then finally our CTA here will just be our CTA. Okay, so now up on our display grid, we can say grid template areas, and then we'll just do this. Basically, it's going to be so we're going to do profile because everything's in a column at this point. So we'll do profile. And then we'll do name, bio, social, and then CTA. Okay, there we go. So that's centered it perfectly there. And now we can go ahead and actually start adding some margins. Just the vertical margins. Okay. So I'm just going to make everything push stuff down. So you can see this is about 8 pixels from there down. So on our profile wrapper here, we'll have auto, 8 pixels, auto. And then that should push it down just a little bit there. Okay. Here, this is going to push this down 6 pixels. So let me just actually make sure nothing else is adding any spacing here. Nope. And nope. Okay. Cool. So our margin on this is going to be 0, 0, 0, 6 pixels, 0. And then this is going to be pushed down about 12 pixels. So let's actually add this bit to the social wrapper. So our margin can be 12 pixels, auto, 16 pixels, auto. Check it out. There we go. And then that is actually good, but I think this feels a little off. Let's see. We're going to have line height of 31. Okay. So this is our line height. On our H2, let's do line height rem. Okay. And I think that's really about it. So going down, I mean, if you really wanted to keep it just like this, going all the way down to mobile, it's going to be fine. But we do want to kind of switch this around a little bit. So we'll add a media query. Let's see what a good spot is for this. Let's say maybe like 500 pixels for now. So we'll do at media screen and max width equals to 500 pixels. We are going to grab our header and our grid template areas. Header and grid template areas. Let's see how this is going to end up changing. So it's going to be one row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. Okay, so let's do profile name, and then we'll do profile CTA. So basically this is spanning the 2 rows. This is on the first row and this is on the second row. Then we'll have the bio, and then we'll have the social. Correct. Okay, so if we go to Atom and save this, this should work. Unless I am missing something here. Let's check it out and see what's going on. We get responsive and we drop it down. Oh, okay. So, and then what we need to do is basically, because we've also got 2 columns going, so we'll do social, social, and then CTA, CTA. Now it looks like it's... Did I just completely screw that up? Oh, totally wrong spot. My bad. Down here, let's give that a shot. So we'll do bio, bio, and then social, social. There we go. Okay, so now that's a bit better. So now we can kind of start actually styling this a bit. All right. So when this breaks, our image is going to drop down to 100 pixels. So this is going to be our profile wrapper. Profile wrapper. It's gonna width is going to break down to 100 pixels, and the same thing with the height. 100 pixels. That should be pixels, not nothing. Okay. And then we're gonna have the name. I think that stays the same font size though. Yeah, okay, that stays the same. So let's start trying to left align this stuff at this point. Margin will continue to be what it was before, except let's just do 16 pixels on the left and right, and then auto on the bottom. Okay, so now that's pushed over to the left. Let's do align items. No, not align items. Is it justify items? Can never remember with No, it's going to be justify items. That's right. Start. Okay, so that justified items start, and then grid. Can we do grid template columns? This is basically going to be 100 pixels and then one fractional right there. Okay, so that works. And what else we gotta kind of straighten up here? So this is gonna only be 32 pixels off the top, so this 200 can change to 32. All right, sitting up closer. Then we can add some, I think the grid gap between here is going to be 8, right? 8, 8, and then 16. So let's do grid gap, 8 pixels. Okay, that straightened it out some. Let's do align content, is it? Now let's do align items, start. Okay, and then our CTA. Let's grab this thing and we'll do margin 0 and text align. Well, first of all, let's just see if that, yeah, that straightens it up there. Okay. This is a little too spaced out for me. So it should really only be about 4 pixels between them. But where is that sitting at? Guess that's sitting at the start. And this is sitting at the start. So if we can align self on that to the end. Okay, so H1 align self end. Okay, so that's a bit better. And let's just double check this again. All right. What else we need to do here? The paragraph H2 basically needs to be text align left. Okay. Design here, and then we have the social, so we can just grab our social wrapper and align self left, or start, I should say. Or is it no, justify self? Justify content start? No. Yeah, so let's go back and do justify self start. Oh, hold on. Is it the margin? Let's take away the margin that we have here. There we go. Okay, that did it. All right, so let's also clear that grid gap we have because it's kind of screwing with our spacing a little bit. So we can actually add this spacing on each of our elements. So we'll just do what's going on here? Border. Okay, so that's fine. We'll add 8 pixels to the left of these two. Margin. Let's do margin left. 8 pixels. Margin. Okay. So that's off to the left. And then this is fine. This we can add. See, there's 6 on the bottom. So I think it's only 4 between here. Yep, so let's change that a little bit as well. So instead of doing this, we'll do 0, 0, 4 pixels, 8 pixels. Okay. That's correct. And then here, this is essentially supposed to be 8 pixels. Although I don't know why that's stretching so far. But that does look pretty close to what it's supposed to be. So let's do this, which is 16 pixels. So we'll just go, let me close this Photoshop out. Social wrapper, we'll go 16 pixels, 0, 0, 0. Perfect, okay. Alright, so this is how it is looking on desktop, and as we move down and break towards a mobile view, it just pops over like that. And this will continue to take up as much space as it needs. So if for some reason this was, say, twice as long, let's just make sure this works, or 3 times as long. Let's make sure this works. So that's going to work there. And then as we go here, that'll stretch out like that. Obviously, it's not meant for this much text. It's just designed very lightweight. But we can increase the max width once we go mobile. So I think, let's see, let's just knock this back down to where we were. The max width on the header when we go mobile can be, let's do like just 500 pixels. Okay, so here we are, and then when we break down to mobile, it stretches out just like that. Okay. All right, so I think that'll do it for this piece. Now this can just open up an email. So let's go to our href here, and this will just be mail to example@email.com. And you can see when you click this, it's just gonna pop that open there. But let's actually go ahead and set this to target blank, and then now it'll open it up in a new tab, and we don't need this. So it opens that up in a new tab, and we can actually add in just the links to go to these platforms. We don't need to actually give full links at the moment, so we'll go this will be twitter.com, facebook.com, and then finally instagram.com. and these should all open up in new tabs already. Perfect, perfect, and perfect. Okay. So the only other thing that I really want to do right now is just make this button not user selectable. So let's grab our CTA. Here we are, and we'll do user select none. So now you can't like grab that text there. Okay, so CSS Grid, I'm starting to like it even more as I continue to use it. If you don't keep using it, or at least if I don't keep using it all the time, I tend to forget it a little bit, and I do have to research it some. But it makes it very easy to take what is structured just like this and completely flop it so that it looks like this, and just pieces are completely rearranged. So I think that's pretty neat. Alright guys, so that's it for this video. We successfully, after a little bit of trial and error, got everything working as we needed it to. We've got our header in there. We have our SAS working, with the exception of the image tag that we were trying to use. I'll have to do some research on that. I'm just learning Gatsby along with you guys, obviously. So if you know what the problem is, let me know so that we can make sure we address it in the next video. But anyways, if this helped you, make sure you give it a thumbs up. If you liked it and you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. And if you like the content that I'm creating on this channel, head on over to my Patreon account at patreon.com/Zachary R. Newton, where you can help support this channel and help me create better videos every week. Until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.